Hi everyone, I'm Hannah and today I want to talk about some spring and summer inspired knitting patterns. As I'm filming this, the first day of spring was just a few days ago, so I've just been excited about a new season and, more sunshine and time outside. So one thing about me is I love favoriting a pattern on Ravelry. I just really enjoy the process of just dreaming up big knitting plans. Of course, I will never get to them all, but I don't know, I just find a lot of fun in putting together these bundles of different knitting patterns. So I have a Ravelry bundle with I think over 60 patterns in it right now. Obviously not going to get through talking about every single one today, or we might be here for a while. So I've put together my top 25. To pick the top 25, I'm focusing on free patterns, anything that's a little bit less popular that you might not have heard of, and then just some of my top favorites that are priorities for me to make this upcoming spring and summer. So I have my brand new laptop here with me, and I'm going to walk through tank tops, a couple vest patterns, t-shirts, a few cardigans and sweaters, and then some accessories. I'll have the full Ravelry bundle link down below with everything I'm talking about today and more, and then I'll also link all the individual patterns that I am talking about today, as well as show you them as I'm talking about them. So let's dive right in. Let's start with tank tops. We can start with what I'm wearing today, which is the Lost Tank by Friday Knits. This is a fingering weight 2x1 rib tank top. This also comes in extra small to 4XL. The pattern photo is quite cropped, but you can kind of adjust the length as much as you want. There's also instructions in the pattern to adjust the neckline, so if you want it more higher or lower neckline, there's instructions for that. I really love this green color that the pattern photo's in, and you can see this one's a little bit of a longer length. Yeah, I would totally make this again. It definitely takes some time because it's fingering weight, so very tiny needles. I think, yeah, they suggest 3.25 millimeter. Yeah, I might make another one this summer. The next pattern is a free tank top. This is a Tip Top Tank by Emily Boldian. And this I actually made very early on in my knitting journey. It's not something that turned out very well. My attention was all over the place, but I did find this very beginner friendly. I think it's a really good basic V-neck pattern. There's instructions to do it flat or in the round, so there's options there for construction. This is sport weight, and the sizes offered are extra small through 4XL. Another free tank top, this is the Bliss Tank by Alicia Plummer. This is another sport weight tank top. Her sizes range from 31 inch to 69.5 inch bust. Again, another very basic tank, but I feel like this looks pretty beginner friendly, pretty simple. You could definitely incorporate maybe stripes or some sort of color work on it. All right, getting a little more funky. I've been seeing a lot of one shoulder tops, and this is something I definitely want to make this year. This first one is a Brera top by Helena Weiser, and this is a one shoulder tank top with the stripe pattern on it. It is made with DK weight, and it is offered in 7 sizes. Yeah, I love the pattern photo color combo, this pink, green, and with a little bit of red. I would totally just remake it in those colors. I think, yeah, there's a lot of possibilities. Yeah, there's not a ton of projects on it, but I do think this is something a lot of people might make this summer if I had to predict trends a little. I feel like this could be cool in monochrome, if you did 3 shades of the same color, or you could kind of go wild and just, use up scraps or pick 3 colors at random. Basically, I feel like a lot of combinations could look really cool in this top. Another more simple one shoulder top that I've been eyeing is the Fresco top by Witter Design. This is a DK one shoulder top with offered in extra small through 3XL. It's more of like a spaghetti strap, where the other one was a little bit thicker at the shoulder. But I do really love this one. I do love this blue color. This is just one of my favorite colors in general. Yeah, I don't know. I just really like these one shoulder tops. I feel like they might be a thing this summer. Oh, I have another one shoulder top in here. Okay. The last one, I promise, is the Easy One shoulder top by Easy as Knit. This is a one shoulder tank top that is, it's ribbed. I can't tell exactly. Maybe 2x2 rib if I had to guess. But it is made with DK weight and offered in extra small through 4XL. Yeah, again, I feel like I'm gonna be torn between which of these one shoulder tops to make this summer, because I really like them all. I love the texture on this. I feel like that just adds a little something to it. I don't know, something about a textured tank top is, I'm wearing one, is fun to me. It just adds a little bit of interest as you're knitting. Yeah, let me know which of these three is your favorite, because I'm having a hard time deciding. Okay, one last tank top. This is something I actually started, I think last summer. I'm like slowly been working on it, but kind of put it on hold for the winter. This is the Mixed Rib Cami by Florence Miller. It's combining wide and twisted ribs. It is made with light fingering weight yarn, and they have it in sizes, 9 sizes, for 75 to 155 centimeter bust. I'm really liking it, and I'm really excited to have it, but it is definitely a long project. Just working on that small of needles with that, you know, light fingering weight yarn, and in a not complicated but a little bit more involved textured pattern. Definitely takes some time, but I am really liking how it's coming out, and I think once I have this finished, I'll really enjoy it. So yeah, would recommend this one as well. Okay, now jumping into vests. This first one is also one I started last year and put on hold and want to finish up for this spring summer season. This is the Maggie vest by Petite Knit. The Maggie vest is knit in DK yarn, and she has sizes extra small through 5XL. What really sold me was this green vest that she made one of the samples in. I love this color in general, but I don't know, just seeing this pattern in that color, I was like, yeah, I need that. I'm actually making it in like an off-white color, besides the point. But yeah, I feel like this is just great for spring, summer, where it's like you're still wearing a tank top, but it looks a little bit more elevated maybe. And I do think this is also a great one, like transitional to layer in like spring or fall. So I just love this vest. I love how it's working up, and I'm excited to definitely finish it this year. Okay, one more vest. Vest number 2, spring edition by My Favorite Things Knitwear. This is like a deep V neck vest, which, I don't know, something about this. I am not normally into V necks, but for some reason in the past like month or two, I've like been really wanting to make them. And this one I feel like is also a great transitional piece for both spring and fall, and could be maybe dressed up for like a summer night or something like that. It's just a stockinette V-neck vest, nothing too complicated about it, but it is a DK project with extra small through XXL offered. I see this in like, I do love this blue color. I feel like green, maybe pink. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of possibilities with this one. Quick section on vests. Now we're moving into tees. I think my top priority t-shirt for this summer is the Air Tee by Ozetta. This is a t-shirt made on fingering weight yarn in sizes extra small through 5XL are offered. I feel like this one is like just interesting enough with like the shaping on the back, and the fit of it, with still being like a very basic, easy to wear t-shirt. I really love the neckline and just how simple it is, just like the oversized fit. Kind of looks like the perfect t-shirt to me. She makes it in Wool Dreamers yarn, and I'm like tempted to buy it, even though I know I have yarn in stash that I could definitely make this shirt with. I just really love this color of her sample tee. I don't know, something about this shirt, I've just been thinking about it nonstop. The next one on my list is the Rib Lace Raglan by James N. Watts. I'm actually working on this right now. I have it partially done, and I just think this will be a really cool beach cover up. Like, I'm picturing this over a swimsuit. It is a fingering weight. I think I'm doing it with sport weight though, and it's turning out just fine. Offered in extra small through 5X. This is my first time making a lace pattern, and it's been really easy. It's just made with knit two together and yarn over. Just a 2-row repeat. Pretty easy to memorize pattern. There's also options to make it long sleeve if you want. I'm still TBD on if I will do that. Yeah, I just think this is like a cool beach cover up. I think you could also like use it as a layering piece and wear it just as an everyday top as well. Okay, and last t-shirt to mention. This is a pattern I actually bought last summer and then kind of got intimidated by it and never went through with it, but it's still on my list. I will probably make it one day. This is the Super Basic Tee by Owetta Knit. It is a very oversized, just stockinette t-shirt, but what the kicker is that it's made in light fingering weight yarn. So this is a many hour long project, just so many stitches. But because of that, like the drape on this is so nice. I don't know, it just looks like a store-bought t-shirt to me, but it is a lot to make that drapey and oversized of a fabric on very small needles. So it has 5 size options, which is listed as extra small through XL. It's suggested to have 25 to 30 centimeters of positive ease, so I feel like you could totally knit a smaller size than what's recommended if you don't want it to be like this oversized. I do think it looks really cool oversized, but again, that's a lot of work. The pattern designer also has a project of it where I think she duplicate stitched like this melted smiley face on it. So that's really cool. I feel like you could do so much with duplicate stitch on this, just since it is like such a big blank canvas, just, you know, plain t-shirt. Definitely a lot of possibilities with adding some sort of motif or phrase or image onto this if you wanted to. Okay, cardigans. I just have 2 cardigans. Obviously sweaters are more like fall winter vibes, but I do feel like there's a couple cardigans and sweaters I have in mind that could totally work for these seasons. The first being the baguette jacket. I think, so I just saw a YouTube video, I'll link it down below too, of Bea Creative Knits. I believe this was her first YouTube video. Yeah, brand new channel. She made this baguette jacket in Drops Air. And 1, love the color she chose. 2, I think also it got me thinking like, oh yeah, you could really use like something like Drops Air or similar, where it would be like a very fluffy, light yarn, but still make a cardigan. So it's like a very airy feeling cardigan that you could wear in, you know, maybe the evenings of the spring and summer. So yeah, I don't know. She just like totally sold me on this cardigan with that video. So I wanted to mention it here. This is by Sumin Kim. It is a bulky weight cardigan, and she has 4 sizes. And 1 more cardigan, which I've talked about in previous videos because I had attempted this and ended up needing to frog it and start over. But this is the Celine cardigan by Mareka Knit. It is kind of this V-neck cardigan with these I-cord bows instead of buttons. I just love the look of this one. I still really want to make it. My problem when I tried to make it before was my yarn was not right for this pattern, but I do feel like, especially if you made this in like a springy green, or I don't know, the yarn I was supposed to use was green, so that's what I'm picturing it in. But I feel like there's a lot of fun colors that you could make this in, or even like white. or an off-white could be fun. Suggested with Aran weight in sizes extra small through 3XL. I feel like you could totally do like a cotton merino blend or something with these sweaters, so they're a little bit less woolly for the warmer months. And just a couple of sweaters. The first one being the lace loop sweater by Other Loops. This is made with worsted weight yarn and offered in extra small through double XL. Kind of like this looser fit sweater with some little micro stripes and a couple, and like also rows of eyelets. I feel like that will give it a nice breezy feel and would be more wearable in warmer months. I really love this like monochrome blue version that she made as a sample. Yeah, I feel like just some like light bright colors could be really fun for this one, and just a good layering piece for if it gets, you know, breezy on the beach or something like that. I also am eyeing the Brady Loop sweater by Other Loops. This is a DK weight sweater, 4 sizes offered. It has this like cable detail that goes across the back and down both of the sleeves. I've not done cables yet, but this one feels a little bit more approachable. I don't know why this just looks like spring to me. And again, I feel like you could totally do this in like a cotton merino and make it more wearable for the warmer months. The last one I'll bring up is the Sadie sweater by Ozetta. This one like reads more like a long sleeve tee than like a sweater to me. But I do just love this. I feel like this would be a great basic layering piece that you could probably wear all seasons depending on, you know, how you wore it. It is made with DK yarn and offered in extra small through 5XL. And yeah, it's just kind of like a pretty basic, timeless crew neck long sleeve. I don't know what color I would make this in though. Oh, there's lots of fun. I'm looking at the projects on this one. There's lots of fun colors. I feel like you could really go any direction with this. Okay, now that I have 1 million tabs open, let's open some more. Okay, the last category is accessories. There are a couple hair accessories, some bandanas, small scarf vibes, and then a couple other miscellaneous things. So I feel like we've all seen this. This has been a very big trend in the knitting world recently, kind of like these small scarf, bandana, kerchief vibes. This first one is a free pattern that I feel like is quite underrated. This is the kudzu kerchief. That's a tongue twister by Mary Kate Jenkins. In their description, they note that this is an introduction lace knitting that they use for a beginner lace class, so I just thought that was cool. It is a free pattern, which is great and designed on fingering weight yarn. Scarf or bandana that has lace or something that's a little bit more airy for the springtime would just be a fun neck accessory. Lots of color options with this as well, of course. Yeah, I think this is a newer pattern as well, so check this out, it's free. Another free bandana. This is more of like an all over, I think lace. Yeah, it's an all over lace bandana. This is the Low Key bandana by Low Key Bold Knit. This is made on sport weight. And again, I just feel like this would be so fun to wear around your neck, or even as a hair bandana could be fun. Oh, I feel like with any of these bandanas too, you can kind of like mess with the yarn weight and gauge a bit, and you know, you don't have to like make it perfectly the same size as the pattern. I feel like these bandanas are great for if you have like leftover yarn or just one random ball of yarn sitting around that you don't know what to do with. They're great to make bandanas. It's also great if you do want to like buy new yarn for it. I feel like making some neck accessories, small scarf like this is great for splurging and getting like a cashmere or like something that's more expensive, but you only have to buy one ball of it. And then it's like nice, really soft against your neck. So if you're thinking of a reason to justify maybe like a cashmere or nicer yarn, let me, I guess, influence you to do that. The last pattern I'll mention in this category is the Pressed Flowers Kerchief by Amy Christoffers, and this is also a free pattern. I just feel like this has to be mentioned for the spring and summer. It has these little flower motifs all over. It is made with mosaic knitting, which I have not tried before, but am curious about. And yeah, I mean, just look at all of these color options. I don't know how you would choose, but it is just so springy and fun. Okay, one more scrappy hair accessory idea for the spring and summer are scrunchies, or like any hair tie kind of thing to keep your hair up and out of your face when it's hot. The one that I'm loving the most right now is this is the Stripey Scrunchies pattern by Earth Yarns. And I don't know why I said that like it was a question. It's by Earth Yarns. She's made these with fingering weight yarn, and there are 3 sizes, but it literally uses as little as 50 yards. So I feel like this is perfect for small scraps, just like finishing up that tiny little, you know, ball of yarn you might have. And I feel like you can really go funky with the color combos because it's so small. And yeah, I feel like this is a great way to like wear knitwear in the spring and summer when it is hotter. Gets your hair out of your face and you still have like a fun accessory. I have a handful of other scrunchie patterns in the Ravelry bundle I've linked below, but I think this one's my favorite right now. Okay, one other random accessory skirt cover up vibes is the Siren Swim Skirt by Park Williams. This is a fingering weight project in sizes extra small through 5XL. It is basically like a swim cover up. It's made with, I think it's, you like drop your stitches or something with it. And you basically just make this like rectangle with ties on the end. I don't know, I haven't seen a ton of like more modern looking like cover-ups in the knitting world, so I'm really drawn to this one. I think it's pretty high on my list to make. Yeah, I just think it's like modern and cool and just fun and different. I don't know, I haven't seen many things like this. Okay, the last pattern I'll mention is the Ribka pouch by Rat and Sea Witch. It just had to be mentioned. It's this cute little fish pouch, perfect for scraps. I feel like this would be great to like throw sunglasses in, or I don't know, AirPods, whatever, little chapstick, summer accessory, maybe a little face sunscreen, I don't know. But I feel like these are just perfect to tie onto a bag. They look cute, use scrap yarn. I feel like it's very summery to have a little fish around, and it's just fun. So had to mention that. That's all I'm gonna talk about today for patterns, but like I said, I have a much larger list of projects that I will link down below, a Ravelry bundle of 60 plus summer and spring knitting ideas for you. Let me know if you like these kind of videos. I love making curated lists of patterns, so if that's something you're interested in, definitely let me know. And let me know what you are going to be making this spring and summer. I'd be curious if it's things from this list or something else. Yeah, leave me a comment and let me know what you're excited about. And make sure you're subscribed for more content like this. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.